Facebook then. Hello YouTube, we're doing it old school. I'm walking, I'm outside. There's been a little bit of a call for me to keep doing this really, or go back to doing it because I don't have to be so quiet because I'm outside. Right, I've got the gimbal, and it started raining, which is fun. So if you're watching this video and you've clicked on it because of the title, please be aware I am not a tech reviewer. If it's your first time joining me, I'm just a customer, is what I am, who loves computers and who uses his computer, his PC, which is lovingly built by myself on a daily basis. And as we all know, who technically minded of us, good afternoon Sam Stephen, there is a massive shortage of silicon, which means there's no graphics cards anywhere in stock, anywhere of any type. Now, my PC spec is relatively high end. I've got a Fantex P400A case with 6 fans, liquid cooled. I've got a 5800X processor in there, and the graphics card, which is less than a year old, is a AMD 5700 XT. Anyway, I've always been a fan of AMD, always had AMD products. Last year I went to Nvidia and had nothing but problems with the damn card, so I sent it back and I got the 5700 XT. Anyway, very recently, the card itself has been making a very strange noise, a whirring sound, quite a high-pitched squeal, if you will. And I know that is a problem with the fans. So I get in contact with MSI, because MSI are the manufacturer of said piece of technology, and I've contacted them. It's registered, it's under warranty. I said to them, look, can I send it to you for repair, whatever you? To which they replied to me, basically, no, you need to send it back to the place where you bought it from. Fine, not a problem, I said. So I get in contact with Very. And for those of you that live in the UK, you're more than likely aware of what Very is. Anywhere else in the world, I'm not too sure. But it's basically an online catalogue where you pay for things on a monthly. So I contacted Very, and they said, yeah, not a problem, send it back. We'll recredit your account once we receive the faulty item. Okay, not a problem, I said. So I'm aware that that bit of technology, that graphics card, is pretty much obsolete now. And do you have anything up to the same value? Or failing that, can I be put on some kind of reserve list for the new card being released next week? No, they said, there's no graphics cards in stock whatsoever. Okay, fine. So the problem is that I've got now is that if I send this thing back, I'm going to be left without a computer, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. So I get in contact with Currys. And again, if you're in the UK, everyone knows what retailer Currys is. If you're not from the UK, Currys is an electrical retailer. They sell everything: computers, PlayStations, washing machines, vacuum cleaners, TVs, everything. So I get in contact with them, and I had a very interesting conversation with a man called Tommy, and they've got no stock either. However, and this is what makes me laugh, because every single tech channel on you, oh wow, it's windy. Every single tech channel on YouTube, whether it's from the UK or Canada or the United States, they all say the same thing. There's a shortage of silicon because of COVID-19. According to Tommy, it's not so much that there's a shortage of silicon, the silicon's there. It's these graphics cards and other non-essential items, wow, it's windy, and other non-essential items are being kept at dock, at port, and wherever they come into whatever respective country, and they're not being distributed because they're classed as non-essential. That to me is way more realistic than there being just a straight up shortage of silicon. So that's what the problem is there. So if anyone's interested, or if anyone has a graphics card which is relatively high spec that they do not need anymore, I will buy it off you. I'll buy it off you. If anyone knows where I can get either a 5700 XT or a 6800 or a 3700 from Nvidia, not 37, a 3070, sorry, I do apologise, a 3070 from Nvidia, or even a used 2080 Super, I'll buy it off you. I will. And then the other problem that there is with technology is scalpers. And I know it's in the description, and some of you might have been waiting for me to talk about scalpers. I am sick of scalpers. And again, for those who don't know, who are not technology based minded or anything, scalpers are those people that bulk buy very desirable items using bots, and they buy these things in bulk, and then they resell them at an absolutely disgustingly high rate of inflation. So if something I would normally buy from Curry's or Very cost me £500 normally, these scalpers who have bought say 2,000 of the same product, they're selling them for over £1,000 plus. All right, so that's what a scalper is. They literally buy everything and then resell it. And I think that is absolutely disgusting. And I believe in the UK soon that is going to be made illegal. So that's what's happening there. Scalpers are to blame a lot for the GPU shortage, because when new GPUs or graphical processing units, when they are released, these scalpers, they bulk buy. I mean, look at Nvidia. You've got 3070s, 3060s, 3060 Ti's, 3090s, and to be honest with you, they're all pretty expensive anyway. But what doesn't help matters is the fact that these scalpers, they buy all of these so no one else can get them, and then you're pretty much forced to go to eBay. And on eBay you can find these products. I've found these products. I've found what I need on eBay, not a problem. The problem is that something that would normally have cost me £300 or £450, sorry, I'm looking at the same thing for around about £850, £900. That's disgusting. When the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series S and X were released, scalpers went to town. Scalpers went to town. I saw people flogging Xboxes and PlayStations and whatnot on Facebook Marketplace and on eBay for well over £1,000, and people were buying them. Really? Come on. This isn't right. I mean, the thing is, what I can't understand is why these reputable retailers, official retailers, not auction sites like eBay, but actual vendors, how they don't have the security protocol there to block bots from bulk purchasing these items? This is what I can't fathom. I can't understand it. Why is it that the security measures aren't there to stop these people from using digital bots from buying these products in bulk? I'm failing to see how that's actually a thing. You see, I know I'm having a bit of a whinge and a rant today. Oh, and by the way, I have got a video lined up for next week if I haven't sent my graphics card back. Because if I haven't sent it back and I still have it, I'm going to be doing a live through Zoom. If anyone's interested, hopefully with 2 different people, speaking about a very, very relevant subject, racism. So if I can get these 2 people on, hopefully I can get a 3rd. Because basically, I want to talk about racism and how it affects different people. How it affects different people from start to finish, so we can all understand how people feel on the receiving end of it. I've been on the receiving end of it, I've said it many, many times. And at the moment, currently, the reason what sparked this little video that I want to make, the reason why I want to do this is because I'm currently in the middle of an argument on social media with someone who is a friend of mine. And this friend of a friend of mine, I've called him out for being racist. I have. I make no apology for it. I don't care. The problem is with it is he's in such a denial state that he thinks whatever he says is correct, and he's not. So I want him to understand, and I want to try and get this guy to have a conversation with him, because what he's also done is, when he's on the back foot in this argument, which he has been since the argument started, he started mentioning my mum, started mentioning my dad, started implying that I have relations with animals. All the insults come out because he knows he's on the back foot. He knows he can't win an argument. And the reason why I'm calling him out for being racist is because I'm sick and tired of, wait for it, white bashing. I know there's a lot of racism in the world, and I do my best to try and bring awareness to it. I really do. I do not agree with racism in any way, shape or form. And that means if I have to call out a black man for being racist towards white people, I'm going to call you out on it. I don't care if you're white and you're being racist. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. You see, I don't discriminate against people for their colour. If I see racism, no matter who's doing it, I'm going to call you out on it. So I see this post, and one of the comments on this post is from this guy. And I'm not going to mention his name, but he basically slates and degrades every single white person as being racist because white people. Apparently, according to this person, all white people are the devil. All white people go around and rape black women and children. And according to this person, all white people own or have owned slaves. Now, call me silly, but the last I checked, that wasn't the case. And also, saying things about white people like that is also a racist thing to say. So I've called him out on it, and all the excuses under the sun have come out, trying to educate me about racism and systemic racism and everything else that goes. And believe me, I am well aware that racism is here. I'm well aware of what systemic racism is and the inequalities that black people have to face. And things they shouldn't have to face it. This is the thing, black people shouldn't have to face inequality and prejudice and brutality. But it does happen, and I'm aware of that. I'm not blind to it, I see it, and it makes me sick. So when I start seeing posts basically calling white people every single thing you can think of under the sun, and I say to this guy, look, you're not being part of the solution, you're being part of the problem. What you need to do is take some of that negative energy and try and work towards a solution to this problem. Okay, instead of causing more hatred and division between different communities, put your energy towards finding something that can fix this problem. Because what you're doing is being racist. I called this guy a hypocrite so many times. So this is what I want to get this video out next week, hopefully next week. And I want to talk to a few different people about how racism has affected them and how they feel it can be fixed, or what they would like to see change within society. This is what I want. This is what I want to see happen. So that's just the broad picture of what I want to do next week. But anyway, moving on to technology. So I can't get hold of a new graphics card, is the long and short of it. Yet the graphics card I have, it works, but the more I use it, the worse it gets. I'm in a bit of a catch-22 situation. Do I carry on using it until it actually breaks, and it could last me another 6 months, at what point it would then be out of warranty, and there's no guaranteeing that within 6 months there'll be any stock to replace it? Or do I send it back and hope and pray that other items become available, and then hopefully get a replacement as quick as I can? Let me know what you think I should do in the comment section down below, and if you are someone who has any of these items of which I desire and they're spare, please let me know in the comment section down below and how I can contact you, and we'll see if we can make some kind of agreement and transaction. Because without my computer, I'm pretty much lost, really. And it's not just for me, it's my son needs it for his schoolwork. So there we go. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this Thursday afternoon. I know it's a bit weird me doing this and the way I used to. And if you are new to the channel, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. You'll be helping me out a lot. And everyone have an absolutely amazing, wonderful and safe rest of the week. Take it easy.